What up, everybody? Coach Zai here. I have yet to do a end of the year, beginning of the off-season Michigan football review. Kind of sum up the season, do the TCU Michigan game, and then obviously you have the Harbaugh drama, kind of have the Matt Weiss drama, all that stuff. So let's do it right here. Before I go to work, just sitting in my truck, just got my hair cut. No better time. Let's start with the Michigan TCU game. Was I disappointed? Yeah, I was. I thought we were the better team. I think if we played 10 times, we win 8 out of 10 games. What happened, though? Am I going to sit here and tell you that we got out-coached? No, I'm not going to tell you that. Do I think the coaching staff wants a few calls back? Absolutely. Do I think the players want a few plays back? Absolutely. Does that mean you got out-coached? We had bad game plans? No. Let's start with the beginning of the game. Great first run. Get down the red zone. Have a bad play on second and goal. We get backed up. Third and goal, JJ makes a great run effort to get us down to about somewhere between the 4 and the 2. And then you try to do the Philly special. We don't execute it great, and, everybody wants to dog that play call. Yeah, it's one of those play calls. If it works, we're like, wow, great play call. And if it doesn't work, everybody critiques. I'm not going to critique it. I just think coming out of the timeout, I don't know. I think you take the points there to settle your nerves, whatever. I think Harbaugh would want that one back. Let's go, defense comes out and gets a stop the next drive, and then you come out and JJ throws the pick six. And I think right then, TCU rides momentum, and Michigan just is not able to, get over the hump after that point. And it happens, right? That's what happens when you're dealing with college kids and an atmosphere like that. And TCU played a good game. Now, let's talk about the offense all game. JJ made 2 bad throws. I don't think we ran the ball great. I think we did struggle a little bit with their blitzing linebackers and just a little athleticism. But to be honest with you, the run game outside of big runs had disappeared a little bit towards the end of the season. And I would say that's because of Corum. Edwards is a great open field runner, but he needs to improve on making that first guy miss, especially in close-knit holes. That's where Blake Corum is so good, and people don't understand it. That's where Haskins was super good, is that they turned 2-yard runs into 3-yard runs, 3-yard runs into 4-yard runs. I think you get the point. And so I think for the first time, that was a game we really missed Blake Corum, because he turns bad runs into decent runs and allows you to stay on top. Now, let's talk about JJ. Man, the kid is a competitor. Every time you thought Michigan was out of the game, he made a play. Now, people want to say, oh, JJ should have ran more in the first half, this and that. Yeah, I'm not going to say no. I think there's times where I watch and I'm like, why didn't you just take off and run? But he's trying to be a quarterback. He's trying to go play in the NFL. So I'm not going to be mad about that. He made some great throws. He made some great runs. I think JJ showed us he can play at an elite level. He made 2 really bad throws. Did he miss some other throws? Yeah. His technique needs to get a little bit better. We'll talk about the offensive coordinator and blah, blah, blah here in a second. But for JJ's first year, he balled out this year, and I'm not mad about it. When I say first year really being the starting quarterback in big games, stuff like that. So I'm not mad about the offense. They had some great calls in the red zone in the second half, some great 2-point conversion calls. Man, I wish we could be like that all the time. I thought the fullback dive was a tough call. At that point, I'd rather just see you snap the ball to him in kind of a wildcat and let him run it. But that's Harbaugh. Harbaugh likes the fullback dive. It was so close. It needed to be perfect. One mistake and the ball does pop out. So, yeah, I think we're a couple plays away. I think Roman Wilson scored a touchdown. I think we all agree with that. I think coming back and seeing that the ball was spotted the wrong way. But you got to overcome those things. I'm not going to blame the officials. Michigan was the better team. They just didn't win the game. And that's part of playing at an elite level, right? Now, I want to see the rest of the Big Ten get better. What do I mean by that? Even when Michigan was bad, we need to play faster, better teams to be prepared for different type of defenses, different type of offenses. That way we're prepared. Let's talk about the defense now. I love Jesse Minter. I think he's going to do a great job. I think he has a very, very bright future ahead of him. I think Jesse Minter got out of his element when we fell behind. I think he felt like the defense needed to go make a play, and what he was going to do was blitz. Now, we're 2 tackles away from DJ Turner. If DJ Turner makes 2 tackles, we may be saying that Jesse Minter is a genius. Those were tough plays. The only thing I'm going to say is, now that I've watched the highlights and watched the game a lot, TCU's quarterback makes a lot of plays rolling to his right, and I felt like we got beat on the same play twice in crucial times, and so that one hurts. I think that Minter blitzed a little bit too much, But I think that the score, the game, the crowd, that he just got out of his element. I'm not going to dog him for that. I understand it. It's just when that defense needed to make the stop, it just didn't happen. It's tough. It was like when the offense would roll, the defense wouldn't roll. When the offense wouldn't roll, the defense was rolling. The defense gave us a chance to win the game. So I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to complain too much. TCU made plays. They got their playmakers the ball when they needed it. And ultimately, what I was disappointed is we, I think when we cut it to like 6 there in the third quarter or whatever, we had a chance. In the next play, we gave up like a post route for like 60 yards, not for a touchdown. They scored like in 3 plays. And I think that was like what, I think if we got to stop there, we would have won the game. But I think because TCU scored there, they were able to like take a breath and say, hey, we're fine. So at the end of the day, Michigan is in great hands. I've been saying it all year. Watch my videos. Look at my tweets. Michigan will be better next year. Next year is the year. Am I going to say national championship or bust? No, because I think I'm one of the only few fans that understands how hard it is to win a national championship. But what I'm going to say is it will be the highest expectations for Jim Harbaugh and Michigan football probably in my lifetime. And that's a great feeling as a Michigan fan because we've had some bottoms. But now it could get ugly quick because if you lose a couple games, fans are going to go crazy. Let's talk about the offseason. I never thought Jim Harbaugh was leaving, but I think Jim Harbaugh has had enough of Ward Manuel. I think Jim Harbaugh uses the NFL to get his agenda across. Is that the right thing to do? I don't know. That's not for me to debate. I don't really care that he does that. I knew he was coming back. I think most of the players knew he was coming back. I just think that sometimes he doesn't do things necessarily the most professional way, but it's whatever. To have Jim Harbaugh as your coach, you deal with that stuff. Now, let's talk about what Matt Weiss said. I don't even really talk about the situation. Something with computers. I don't even know. You just like everybody else, I kind of looked at it and you say, what? Whatever. Jim Harbaugh's allegations, BS. Not even going to talk about those either. They're not relevant. They don't really matter. Buy whoever you want a hamburger, Jimmy, and enjoy that shit. That's how I view that. Now, I've heard Brian Griese's name. I think that would be good. I think Moore should be the offensive coordinator. I think Mike Hart should be more involved. I think they need to get a real quarterback coach in there. Brian Griese would be awesome. Other than that, I don't really have too many names. All I know is that Harbaugh has hired great assistants throughout his career. I'm not too worried. I'd like to see Shaw from Stanford be a part as well. Him and Harbaugh have worked well together before. I would like to see him be a part of the staff as well. Now, my expectations for Michigan next year are off the charts. Big Ten championship, make the college football playoff, and let's make some noise. Let's not be afraid. Michigan needs to, now, especially now that the playoff is expanding, Michigan needs to schedule tougher teams. I know we got Texas, like Virginia Tech. We got some tough road games coming, but I don't want to see no bad schedules. I mean, next year I think our schedule is kind of bad as well. I know we have some more road games in the conference, but we need, we need to play some big dogs. Let's go play an SEC school. Let's go play, the best Big 12 school and do that stuff so we see some speed. We see some different types of style other than, cold weather, Big Ten, hard-nosed football, which I love to watch. But if we're going to compete at the national level, that's not what everybody else is doing. And so you got to be prepared. It's tough, right? It's tough to just go play somebody that you haven't seen, you haven't touched, you haven't even witnessed it, right? And it's hard for your scout team to, make it look just like that. So that's what I want to see. Expectations are high. I expect JJ to be a Heisman frontrunner. I expect to see Blake Corum and Donovan Edwards on the field 75% of the time together. I expect us to run a very, very pro-type offense. And then with the defense, with Will Johnson coming back, he's a dog. He may be the best corner in college football. I expect the defense to be solid. Our linebackers will probably be the best that we've had. Just a ton of experience, right? You can't coach experience with Colson, Barrett. These guys, they're going to be good. They've played a ton of football. They've seen a ton of stuff, right? No moment is going to be too big or too fast for them. Our defensive line needs to be more consistent. I think really watching that's the thing. We got to make plays, right? Getting to the quarterback, but making a play is different. And Hutchinson and Ojabo, they made plays. I don't know that we necessarily made those plays consistently throughout the year. I'd like to see us get some more sacks, force some more turnovers, tackles for loss, stuff like that. I'm not worried about Jesse Minter. I think the defense will be fine. He's going to do what he does, bend but don't break. I think we have the formula to beat Ohio State. I think we're built. Our offensive line is going to be even better next year. The next stage for the offensive line is to get to the college football playoff and dominate. Don't tell me you're going to win the award third year in a row. Get to the playoff and dominate. That's what I want to see from the offensive line. Show me that we got 5 NFL guys, that it doesn't matter if you blitz, doesn't matter if you have the best D-line in the country. We're coming and we're going to bully you. That's what I want to see. Michigan football is in a great spot. Michigan football is in great hands with Jim Harbaugh. These people that want to dog Jim Harbaugh, blah, 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 I don't care. you're not going to get it better than you have it right now. But we have a window. Our window is to win a national championship. Again, I'm not going to say it's national championship or bust. I'm going to say that our time is coming. We're going to win a national championship in the next 5 years. Maybe we're going to win multiple national championships. But you heard it here first. We will win a national championship within the next 3 to 5 years. We just got to keep getting better. We were better this year. We were. Should we have beat TCU? Yes. Am I going to go crazy because we didn't beat TCU? No. Because even if we beat TCU, we would have got rolled by Georgia anyways. Everybody would have got rolled by Georgia. Ohio State didn't get rolled by Georgia, but they got Georgia's worst game of the year, and they weren't able to pull it off. That's what's great about Kirby Smart in Georgia. They win even on their bad days. Michigan needs to learn to win on their bad day at the elite level. So I'm very excited. Michigan football overall, I'll give it a great grade. I'll give it, an A- this year. Made it back to the college football playoff. Beat Ohio State in Columbus. Beat your rivals. Corum, Edwards are back. JJ's back. The wide receiver crew, other than Ronnie Bell, is pretty much back. We've had some guys transfer out, but it's not made for everybody. I'll tell you what, you got to be a dog, right? When you start playing in a program that's winning every year, you got to be a dog. It's challenging, right? Let the next man step up. I'm excited. The one room I'm going to tell you that I do need to see a growth in, and the one room is the wide receiver room. In the red zone. We need a guy that we can throw the ball up to. We need a guy that can make a play. We need a guy that can do some things. And somebody has to step up and be that guy. Cornelius Johnson, open field weapon. Roman Wilson, open field weapon. AJ Henning, open field weapon. Give me a dude that can make a play contested. That one-on-one, they're gonna go get that thing. Give me an NFL receiver. That's what I want to see. Some of the best Michigan wide receivers, Nico Collins, Braylon Edwards, those dudes are one-on-one weapons. Go make a play. That's what I want to see. I need to see guys that can make contested catches, bail your quarterback out. I think that would help our red zone problems, right? Now, we have 3 Heisman winners potentially on our team. Donovan Edwards, Blake Corum, J.J. McCarthy. Those 3 guys could win the Heisman if they were in the right situations at other schools. I'm not worried about winning the Heisman. What I'm worried about is that we don't let these 3 go to waste. Be great with these 3 guys. Get them the ball. Blake Corum doesn't need 30 carries. 20 apiece. Throwing the ball to Edwards. Getting Blake Corum involved in the screen game as well. JJ, we have the potential to have one of the best offenses in college football history. We do. It's easy to talk about, but we need to go do it. I don't want to win games 14-10. I want us to roll people. I want 40 at halftime. Let's be like Georgia next year. And where it's over at halftime, it's 21-0 before you even blink. That's the mindset I want to see Michigan football have. I don't care about all this. Go talk your talk, man. Talk your talk, but not just to Ohio State, not just in big games. Talk your talk to everybody. Let them know that our goal is a national championship. And we're going to roll everybody that stands in our way. That's the Georgia mindset. That's the Alabama mindset. We need to have that mindset. And bad halves are unacceptable. Losing at Rutgers at halftime, unacceptable. Let's come out and play. I understand you're going to have some tough games. The ball might not bounce your way. You might fumble. You might drop a pass. You might get a bad call. Play through it, and let's dominate from start to finish all year. That's my expectations of Michigan football. I'm excited. We had a great assistant strength conditioning coach hire. Jim Harbaugh will hire great assistants. He's proven that. It doesn't matter. Let's just go finish the job one time. Let's go win a national championship. Get Jim. I don't want to hear this. Jim Harbaugh can't win the big game, bowl games, blah, 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 blah. We're going to get off that block next year. I believe it. I'm so excited. You guys should all be excited. The TCU game sucked, but in reality, it saved us an ass whooping the next week. Michigan will be there next year. I promise you that if everything goes the right way. Now, Ohio State will be good. Michigan State's going to be out for revenge. Mel Tucker just got his ass kicked. You don't think they're going to come back hungry? Penn State's going to be solid. They got that freshman running back, freshman quarterback. I'm telling you, it won't be easy, but Michigan has the potential to do it. Let's go put all the pieces together. No more drama. Hire the right guys. Unleash the beast. J.J. McCarthy is ready to take over college football. Blake Corum and Donovan Edwards are ready to say that they may be the 2 best running backs in college football next year. Roman Wilson, Cornelius Johnson, they're playmakers. We've seen that. Give me a red zone guy, and let's put it together. No drama. Business. Let's take care of business. These are business trips. And let's just go kick everybody's ass that stands in the way. That's my 15-minute spiel on Michigan football, my recap. I'm very excited. Let's just keep rolling. I hate people that are negative. Let's roll with the momentum right now. It's a great time to be a Michigan football fan. If you don't think that, I worry that you're really a Michigan football fan. Through some of the years that we've been through, don't give me this crap about Jim Harbaugh. Be blessed that Jim Harbaugh is Michigan's football coach. It may not get better than this. I'm telling you that. We've seen the opposite, right? Just be blessed, right? It's kind of like the people that always complained about Lloyd Carr. Well, when he left, I bet they wish Lloyd Carr was still there. It's the same thing with Jim Harbaugh. Let the national media talk their crap about Jim Harbaugh. They got to talk about something. They got to get paid about something. Jim Harbaugh is a great football coach. Jim Harbaugh wants to be at Michigan. He's going to be at Michigan until he wants to leave. Go Blue, as always. Give a like, give a subscribe, comment. Tell me what you all think. I'd love to hear it. I love when people, just because you don't agree with me, doesn't mean that I'm going to disrespect you. I'd love to hear everybody's opinions. Some people know more than me. Let me know who you think will break out. I think Graham on the defensive line is going to be a monster next year. He's my breakout. I think we have some defensive ends. Mason, I believe, is one. He's going to be a monster. I think we have some guys on the defense that are going to break out. I think on offense, we have so many weapons that I want to see the big plays consistently. I want to see us torch everybody. That's what I want to see. And I want to see J.J. McCarthy be elite. Read defenses. Don't turn the ball over. Show that you're ready to play in the NFL, because that's the next step for him, right? He's got all the tools, but go show that you're a top 10 pick in the draft. Coach Zai, I love talking about Michigan. I love talking about sports. I'm going to keep doing these videos, but please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you all think. It's Go Blue, as always. I'll always ride with Michigan. It's like I bleed blue. I do. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Follow the fitness journey. Follow it all. We're here to talk. Can't wait to talk more. I'm going to be talking Michigan basketball real soon. I got mixed feelings on Michigan basketball, so let me know what y'all think about that. Then I'll be talking about my Patriots. I'll be talking about my Lakers. And we'll always talk. There's always something to talk about Michigan football. That Jim Harbaugh will be in the news every day in the offseason. Tell your loved ones you love them. Stay blessed. Go Blue. Till next time. Coach Zai, out. Happy Tuesday, y'all.